have my whistle.
Where's our song, brother?
I don't have it on this board.
This is a iconic one. That's okay.
Are we live?
Don't wanna
We are
sleep
live.
in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become
Good evening,
you.
good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at High Top Sports from Susie, Saki in Gainesville, Florida, right off of University Ave. This is a phenomenal spot, by the way, boys. Yeah. Place is gorgeous. Drinks are good. Food is great so far. We got a little deconstructed spicy tuna roll. Great spot. I didn't realize how oppo this place was. We got the Bows here. First time actually live in person, buddy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, because usually you come to the Alma, but you're not welcome on the show. And now you finally you're getting nervous. The lights are a little bit bright.
I was born for this, man. Let's do it.
You're usually in your room with the whiteboard, so you're out of your comfort zone. Yeah. We got Swolder here rocking and rolling. Boys, we haven't talked. You guys have been partying since yesterday, since the Lane Saga drama situation broke. And I thought we would have some information by now, but here we are. It's noon, and we still have nothing in regards to what's going on. How are we feeling?
Yeah, it's real crazy. I mean, you listen to the rumors. You're hearing Summerall, Brent Key's name's coming up as well. Obviously, you know we've talked to people behind the scenes, and the Kiffin smoke was real yesterday. You're starting to see the news break out that Florida's going to go another direction, and then you're hearing chitter chatter, and it's just been wild. Like I think. And I was talking to Dave Waters, shout out to Harmonic Woods down the street off Museum Road there. I was talking to him down there, and I was just like, hey, this whole coaching thing is probably one of the craziest coaching hires I've ever, even covered. And he even agreed. He's been doing it longer than me, and he's like, this is insane. Really, nobody knows what's going to happen. If there is a number two, are we going after the number two? Who's the number two? Who's the prime target? It points to John Summerall, but then you just keep hearing everything else. So it's like you really, as a fan – and as a spectator, just looking around on social media and all that, you don't really know what to think right now. And I told him, I said, it sucks kind of being a regular fan because you're just thrown every which way and you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're definitely the ragdoll in this situation right now, which, look, if we come out on top and we get what we want, I'm okay with getting bullied around. And we talked a lot about it yesterday. My frustrations were expressed mightily on how the entire situation has been handled. Then that video, obviously, we talked about yesterday. Just kind of speaking to the Gary Condren and kind of how the booster thing was, how much of it was true, how much of it wasn't. Obviously, that's what's obviously left unknown. But we talked about that yesterday too. Everything has a little bit of truth and probably have a little bit of false. Yeah. The fact of the matter is that it's a complete cluster. I think we can all agree. At least it appears to be that right now.
The appearance of it.
The appearance of it looks horrible. It looks atrocious. And look, I mean, this is where I like when other fan bases are trolling us. It's like, look, we're unfazed right now because it's such a cluster. It's like we're trolling ourselves. We don't need you to make fun of us. We've got that part handled, right? We're doing a good job on that. But yeah, the thing is too with the whole Summerall thing. I mentioned this a lot yesterday. Of it's the fact that we didn't hear anything for as long as we did, and then all of a sudden now it's Summerall, and then Pete Thamel reports today on College Game Day that he's waiting till Sunday. So we torpedo the situation because Lane wouldn't make the decision before a game that he's coaching, right? We wanted him to make before the Egg Bowl, but we're going to let Summerall, who's less qualified, to wait till Sunday. Yeah. You know why he's waiting till Sunday? Because he wants to see what Lane does at Ole Miss. So We're second fiddle. He's our number one, and we're playing second fiddle to this guy, which is just asinine. Hey, we got some Gators picks on College Game Day. It was 3-2. Sorry, squirrel moment there, but yeah, the fact that we announce we're pulling our pants down and we're like, Summerall, we want you, Daddy, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna wait and see what this option does. It's just asinine to me when we torpedo the entire situation.
Well, then you have the Summerall article that broke out last week that said that Summerall shut down apparently. So as a fan, you're like, what the heck's going on? And so you're just lost in the dark, and just when you think you have the answers, you really don't.
So Cody brought it up. I saw a few people tweet it of how the Stoops situation with Oklahoma, and they bullied Stoops out of it and got Elko.
Yeah.
I hope this was a blessing in disguise that the Summerall thing was leaked. We threw a massive fit, right? The fan base did their job, pouted their way all the way as far as they could, and we end up not having to deal with it. I don't know. Bozeman, you got a lot to say here, big guy. You're just pumping your chest because you're 3-0 for your pickups for the weekend, but we're talking football, so you got to.
He was reminding me of that, by the way, last night.
Let's listen. You're maybe good at the picks, but this is where I shine, big guy. So let's see what you got now under the fire.
I'm definitely exhausted, man. This whole coaching.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Dude.
Let me speak.
You talk one time a week for 45. It's like
I'm
an hour and a half.
exhausted with the coaching search.
Okay,
it's
sorry,
exhausting.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get old, man.
The whole lane thing is exhausting. It really is. I mean,
60 over here. I mean,
Jed Fish, Brent Key. I mean, I don't know. Like, if we're going with Summerall,
Jed Fish?
we looked up his record, 41-11. I'm pretty sure that's the same record Billy Napier had.
It was
around
42-10, I think.
And they both won Coach of the Year in the Sun Belt. Like, are we really doing this whole thing again? And Brent Key, I mean, is he a good coach? Like, whenever Haynes King leaves, like, we'll find out. Is he like another Mike Norvell without Jordan Travis? He's not going to be that great. I mean, so my second choice was always going to be Lincoln Riley, and I don't think it's a possibility because he seems like he's locked in with USC, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's very discouraging the way this whole thing was handled. We had a 2-week head start on everybody by getting rid of Napier in October, and we did nothing with that. And if Strickland was really going to drop the ball here, like, what are we doing? Like, it's time to move on from him if we
the
botch
Lincoln
this.
Riley one is weird because like people keep mentioning the name. I haven't talked about it too much because it doesn't seem like he's leaving. But then people will talk. It's like, oh, he's unhappy there. It's like, what? Like, I don't know where the murmurings are coming. I don't know what to believe anymore. Obviously is where I'm at with things and how people feel how the situation should be. But there is murmurings, if you will. And again, it's just there's a ton of smokes. How much of it's real?
With the whole Turnkey thing, wasn't it whenever Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma and went to USC, Turnkey was involved there, right? And it was kept quiet, and all of a sudden we were like, whoa, where'd that come from?
He didn't have a $60 million buyout, though, at Oklahoma. So, like, it was, yes, right? Like, it didn't seem like he was, but I think that Lincoln at least was being shopped around at that point. Lincoln hasn't even, and from our eye, we just mentioned the name. It's not like he's being, like, actively, like, at least from my perspective, looking to leave.
Right.
Because Lincoln was being tied to leaving to go to LSU prior to, at least had some smoke.
Yeah, there was some rumor. There was smoke to that. Yeah.
There hasn't been any smoke at him all leaving to this situation at all. Boys, there's almost 800 people in here. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. You guys have been awesome as of late. A lot of people here we've met so far. We've got Shane, Kyle, Brendan. Their wives are here. We got Rook and the crew here. What's his name?
Brandon.
No, I'm just kidding. Our guy Brandon's here as well, too. So appreciate it. Shout out to Carl. He stopped by earlier and said hey, too. So appreciate you guys all coming by Sushi Sake and hanging out with us. But it seemed pretty quiet when I was driving around town here today. Am I wrong on that? It felt a little...
It definitely doesn't feel like a normal Florida State tailgate atmosphere. I mean, this morning we got there pretty early. There wasn't a lot of people there. It's starting to pick up, but it's not like it should be.
For a 4:30 kickoff, we made fun of Ole Miss, and here we are. I was able to drive around freely through Gainesville.
I know.
Well, you got to think there's a combined 8 wins between both teams. So
golly, that is.
But you know what, Lo? We were at Harmonic, and Harmonic was going. Like, Harmonic Woods.
Well, if they would come every Saturday, game or not, and it would be like it would be game day. So I don't really put that into consideration.
But once we started walking down Museum Road up to University Avenue, like, you could see there was a bunch of empty spots, and like you were just like, okay, well, are the people coming later because it was cold? This morning, probably didn't want to, and then waited till it warmed up, or is it just there's no buzz, right?
The one frat house we just passed by on the way here had the sign. I don't know if you saw it. It said the circus is in town. UF versus FSU. Oh. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's
the toilet bowl, right?
I don't know. We're not even good enough for the toilet bowl. I don't know. Whatever.
It's tough. We gotta have some fun somehow. Look, this Summerall stuff is still a very weird situation. There's been a lot of chat in our Discord. The Discord is electric. I say I've got to update the link in YouTube. I will here shortly. But the weird caveat to the Summerall thing is, like, Auburn, who's been the clear leader this entire time, I feel like they're kind of like, what is going on here? What's happening here with this Summerall situation? And again, I feel like the stuff that is aggravating me is that there was a leak that there was an interview for Summerall a week and a half ago, and it was shut down in 20 minutes. Summerall was like, "Do not tie me to that craziness. I don't want to be a part of it." Yeah. And then yesterday we get his life story, we get the full bio, we get
makes no sense.
We get everything, and we don't get a word. We don't get any pushback. So I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what the whole thing again. I don't know if we'll ever get the full synopsis of what broke out and how this thing went, but like which part was true, which was political, Like, if we end up going to Summerall, then if we do end up with Summerall, then I'm going back to that original post from Zach Alberverdi on 3, and I'm like, that was where we were going the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It was because that thing broke 2 weeks ago. I don't know what all this other. Maybe Lane was a smokescreen to steal Summerall. I don't know.
Well, you know what's crazy? So I talked to Neil Blackman a lot outside of everything. We text back and forth. We've been texting back and forth a lot through it, and we were talking about Brent Key. His name has come up a little bit in this whole thing, and you talk about like the booster buy-in and the fan buy-in, and it's like, look, you can hire a good coach. Like I would choose a Brent Key over Summerall all day long right now, but like, are the fans going to buy in? Are the boosters going to buy in? Like, are you going to raise the same amount of NIL that you were going to raise with Lane? I think that's the biggest thing, or the bigger thing we got to worry about if we don't hire Lane. Is there going to be some buy-in? Are we going to have booster buy-in? That's the biggest thing because of NIL and the way that it is right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel like the only name that would truly have. I mean, obviously we know Lincoln would obviously have a total buy. I feel like obviously Lincoln Riley seems to have some.
Yeah.
I have my reservations on Lincoln, but it's still a sexy name. It feels like it's a Florida type of move. And again, I said anything after that, you're going to take a step back from a sense of support. At this point, again, I think if you go get a good OC and put some great our guy over in Oregon, Will Stein, and then put some good coordinators around him,
Yep.
I think. Maybe the initial sexiness wouldn't be there, but I think that the openness would turn very quickly. You get one presser in there, I think the fan base would move. Again, I said it yesterday. Summerall, and I feel like I could be shooting myself. It feels like career sabotage. Like the string is going to be extremely short. Like we as Florida fans feel like we're living in deja vu. It's like we're just living it over and over again, and we're not going to have the patience like we had prior to Summerall when he's going to need it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like the majority of the fan base, when this whole thing started, was looking to have a major name brought in because of the experiments we've had that have failed. I mean, Mullen was kind of a name, but before that, we had McElwain and then Napier. So I think the fan base was looking for a big name, and unfortunately, there's not really. James Franklin was scooped up. I don't know if Lincoln Riley's available, so it seems like whoever we get, I don't know if the fan base is going to be happy with it, whether it be Summerall, Key, Fish. I think it's going to take a lot of buying into. And as far as the coordinators coming, like Will Stein or somebody, they're going to have to want to leave a good situation to come to a very uncertain situation at Florida, knowing that the track record shows for the last 15 years, it's a cycle of 3 to 4 years, and then boom, next guy.
Well,
so
the
I
fact
don't know.
that we keep hearing the Summerall reports, it's like he's deciding whether or not he wants to stay or choose Florida versus Ole Miss and possibly even
Auburn.
LSU.
What about
or
Auburn?
Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Staying is an option
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Tulane.
Yeah.
I saw a
Who's
clip.
in the playoffs right now? I think.
I
They
mean,
are.
look, and this is what we've said. It's like, hey, I have a direct line to the playoffs every single year, and if that's the case, and I can get lucky, like, obviously he knows, like, hey, just because I go here doesn't mean I'm guaranteed a championship. I don't know. We got Michigan, Ohio State kicking off here. Let's read some super chats here. The chat's flowing. Almost 1,000 people in here, guys. Be sure to smash it, like it, do all the good things. Watch party happening at 4:30. Special reunion. Cody and Holly will be doing that together, so that should be fun. $2 is this near or where the old purple porp was?
I don't know the
Where was the purple porpoise, Brandon? Is that before your time?
Yeah.
probably.
Is it anywhere near this? I think
Right behind balls.
If it was Buckhead, I
it's
could
right
tell
behind
you.
balls. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, right behind balls. Pause.
Balls? Well, balls is still there, no?
Well,
Yeah. No. I'm just telling them that we're behind balls. I don't know where purple.
We're behind balls. Pause.
Purple People Eater. Oh,
We're behind McDitton's. Yeah. Roll with Carlos, $2. Love High Top Crew, love it 2 man. Shelton, Dave are awesome.
Carlos, my man.
You got blasted.
You spelled awesome wrong, bro. Come on. What about the buzz? I got a spell check.
You're just God, he's such a.
I know he's so selfish. You know?
I don't
He
feel
wants to
bad
hug
about.
his
I don't
spotlight.
feel bad about Wednesday anymore. I'm glad.
no.
Brandon, how sad was he when I? How sad was he when I kept him in the green room? Was he in shambles? Did he pout about it
Dude.
for like? Yeah.
I was done, bro. I was done.
I mean-
you got me.
Well,
You got me.
well, everybody said, well, I lost my confidence. I said, well, I lost some weight yesterday from throwing up after I heard the news.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Aaron Lander, $3. Is Dabo out of Clemson if South Carolina beat them? Maybe. The Dabo situation is where I think he saved himself. I think with the wins he had.
It feels
this
like
year.
he wants out, though. Don't it feel like he wants out?
He's begging. He's
Yeah.
begging
Like,
to be released.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like Dabo, especially for a coach like him, and him being very adamant about even really using the portal. I mean, do you really want a coach like that? That's like, everybody uses the portal. Even Georgia, Alabama, all those teams use the portal, right? And if you're so against the portal, and I know that he eventually started to warm up, took a couple of guys from the portal. Like, do you really want a coach like that that's all fixated in high school? But if you're thin at an area, you can go into the portal and plug in a guy that'll help you 1 or 2 years to get the other guy's experience. If he's so against it, do you really want a coach like that?
Who are you talking to?
Would you
Dabo.
take Dabo right now
Dabo.
over the others? If he's promised to commit to the portal and change his ways, and he wants a fresh start, what do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, he had what was considered on paper were the best team coming into college football.
I would
and
say no, but-
Laid an absolute egg. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
He's won natties. I mean, not many coaches right now have won natties. I don't know.
It's like wanting John Gruden. You want John Gruden?
He hasn't won natty.
You want a Super Bowl.
He won a bunch of emails, too.
Do you want Bill Belichick? He won 6.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, it's just okay. The time has passed. Somebody said this, and it's perfect. Like the basketball team's ass. We've got Sullivan yelling at his kids. We're losing. We've got this situation going on. I'm like, my goodness, it is just not a good time right now. There is a dark
Shambles.
cloud. Yeah,
You can't even
we
discipline
need it
your
on a
kids
shirt.
nowadays. Come
We
on.
need his shirt. Yeah. Purpose had great wings and oysters. Might as well rehire Napier. Lane is gone. Where's he going?
Well, if
I
you
was
hire,
hoping when do we think we're going to get this news? Like, what do we wait? It's Saturday.
He
Yeah.
prayed on it last night. Let's see what he prayed on.
Look, let's talk about that for a minute because one, he gets asked about, and I think I can't remember her name, but however she asked it, did a phenomenal job. She was like, have you decided on where your future's going to be? He goes, no, I haven't haven't decided yet, which was the first time he actually answered it because prior to it, he's like, I'm not speaking about coaching jobs until the season's over, right?
well, the athletic director put that thing out about Saturday, so
Yeah, but
I think
he
he was more
could've
open about it now that the athletic director and it was
at
the
least
time.
put a thing on it of like, hey, we've
Yeah.
got to know where you're going.
Yeah.
Clearly, he was genuinely considering leaving, but he wasn't even happy with the win yesterday. You could just tell this is also. I think he's over.
Oh, he's stressed out.
Yeah. I think it's starting to get to him for sure. And I wonder. I mean, he looks sad. Like he was mad that Florida moved on. It looked like a little bit. I don't know. I could be wrong there.
To be fair, it seems like he finally found happiness. He's talked about it. He's got his books with his
Maybe
scriptures.
Florida didn't move on.
And now all of a sudden, LSU and Florida come in. We're like, come on, come to us. And he's like, he's like, holy shit, I was finally comfortable. Now you guys are throwing this
But
at
he
me.
has to know.
Yeah,
like-
I know.
Florida doesn't come knocking on your door if it's not open.
What about that?
You left it cracked for me to walk in. So you weren't completely content with where you were, right?
Yeah.
If
Right.
that was the case, sure, he was happy, but he also kept this back door open just in case somebody wanted to come through and say, hey, well, we came in and said head and sat down, and now we made ourselves comfortable, and now you're weighing all your options. I don't know how you even go back to Ole Miss. I mean, even after the situation with our guy from Bend yesterday, which was hilarious, like he is genuinely.
You call me a hoe?
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
and then did you see the presser after that? He was like trying to explain to him like I wasn't calling you that.
Respect.
And- yeah.
I think that Ben kind of stood 10 toes down. Like, hey, I was just saying your actions are hoe-like, and he goes, I don't even know your name. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, and I got something interesting too, man. We were talking about the Josh Pate video, Busting with the Boys, right? Where
Yeah.
he shows them the cue card, and they're all like shocked. And the guy's like, okay, well, I was going to say, the other guy was just like, yeah, I was going to say he was going to say at Ole Miss, right?
Well,
and then Josh Pate
content.
said, was that before or after I showed you this? So, like, in your head, you're thinking, okay, well, what did Josh Pate's card say? Did it say he was staying at Ole Miss?
I don't think he says that if it said Ole Miss. I don't, because then Josh
Yeah.
Pate would be clearly, assuming that he is staying. But I don't understand why put out on a public pick. Pate, like, this pisses me off. Pate has been on a clickbait tear as of late here. You put on an LSU pick, and then you say, "Here's my actual pick," and it's like, "Hey guys, we all agree that Will already told us his pick."
Yeah.
So the only two that are going to be up for grabs are Taylor and Josh because they hit their picks.
But what I thought was interesting is, like, you look at both of their reactions, and they look like they're shocked. So you're automatically thinking, if you're a Florida fan, because they were already out, you're
Already
thinking
out.
maybe it's Florida. But then also, you're thinking to yourself,
something else.
maybe it's somebody that's not even an option.
Like a Bama or an NFL team.
Or an
NFL,
Auburn, something like that.
No.
No way.
No.
It would be, because they've been the quietest about everything.
Right.
Even with the Summerall stuff, like you would think, like, okay, with the smoke that we throw out about Summerall, Auburn goes, whoa, we're getting Auburn. Like, what are we doing here? The fact that, and here's what pisses me off even more. I'm pretty sure it's been reported that if he were to come, Summerall, that we're going to let him coach through the playoffs. So not only are we going to downgrade from a potential coaching hire, we're going to allow him to, which I don't want to be a douche. Like, I get that point of like coaching through the playoffs, but it's like, dude, like if you're going to come to the University of Florida, you need to take full advantage and come and hit the ground running. Not come when your party ends, and whether that's December. Like, what if you win the first round? Then now we're late January. Now you missed the portal. So now what are we doing? Lane, I'm fine with. That's obviously you've got to give for what you're getting. So they announced that to me, $10 million. He gets the keys to the castle. Like, it's like, dude, we're giving you everything, and you start making us wait. And we torpedoed Lane on Friday, Black Friday, because he was coaching a football game
before the Egg Bowl. You didn't even let him coach the Egg Bowl before they announced that.
I couldn't even watch the Egg Bowl.
I know.
Well, that's the craziest thing. It's like, because we go back to, if you go 2 days ago, obviously everybody reads message boards. They know who Gary Condren is on the message boards. He talks about, okay, but 2 days prior, I think it was like a Wednesday, and he was just like, okay, well, Lane Kiffin's still undecided, but then we're getting rumors that he signed an MOU. Well, if he's still undecided, then he never signed an MOU, right? And that's what you're thinking. And then you read, well, option number 2. I really love option number 2, and he's pumping option number 2 up. And then in your head, you're thinking, okay, well, are we not getting Lane then? Because you're pumping up number 2 already.
And
so
who's number 2?
Was the decision already made 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Who's he's?
Huh?
Whose decision? Gary's?
Gary, his post that he put on the board.
Yeah. When we read it on Wednesday, it did not give us any confidence to believe. Like, it was.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because I think he knew that his ultimatum wouldn't happen. Because here's my thing. It was announced last week that the decision's going to be happening on Saturday.
Yeah.
So why try to be the big bad wolf in the room and like, no, we're going to get it on Friday. Just get your fucking answer on Saturday, brother. What does it matter? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Summerall just said he was going to wait on Lane's decision. So just wait.
Yeah.
Dude, just the asinine behind it is. And again, like, that stuff isn't like hearsay. Like, he put that in message boards, and people are like, I saw a couple people comment on the video, like, why did you guys post this? Like, it's like cheating on a spouse. We didn't cheat. We didn't even record it. Someone else posted it, and we're like, this is what's happening with our boy, right? Florida's our boy. Hey, like, you guys know what's going on inside the house here? Like, what are we doing? And listen, and since we're all boosters, you ask for our money. It's like, well, if we're giving you money and supporting this, we probably deserve a little bit to know what the hell is going on. And if you guys have such an ugly,
why is everything such a big secret? Like, it's.
Well, I think it should be. I think there are things that should be kept secret, so nobody.
But now.
Now it's like, I mean.
Turnkey. That's what we paid all that money for.
Yeah, you hired someone to keep shit under wraps. That's the part that I don't understand.
As Cody said, you turned the wrong key.
It's more like turkey than turnkey. You know what I'm saying? Paul, as Summerall stays, how long does this coaching search get drug out? Which is another thing. Like,
yeah. Are we doing this another week?
If everything that's being reported on is 100% accurate, we laid our nuts out on the line, and we could get screwed even more
and
so.
Signing day is Wednesday, right? So
Wednesday,
are these?
Which I kind of chalk that up anyways.
These kids are just going to be like, I'm out, man. What's going on here? I'm out.
Well, at least Jalen McCoy.
Except for McCoy and Will Griffin.
Again, I said I had a whole spiel about that. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think there's an NIL thing that's binding them here. Genuinely, I could be wrong.
And then you go back to where Lagway followed Lane on social media. And a lot of players did.
Well, based on what we heard, I mean, he was coming.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah, you know what I said?
Or at least we felt we're in a good spot.
I don't believe it's happening anymore. Like, because they totally got me here. Because, like, to me, I told Dave, I was just like, look, if Lane still comes here, he deserves an Oscar. Because this was an Oscar-worthy performance.
He already deserves a statue.
They had us all. They had us all from the beginning. It's like anybody that compares info, that private chat we have. We compared info through this whole thing. And it was like, okay, well, it's got to be Lane.
That's the part that people like when I talk about these things where it's like, Sean, how do you feel? It's like this was the first time in all news cycle and all rotation that when you go around and you pick from this person that aren't connected and you bring it all together and all your stories were aligning, that's where it feels like something went completely wrong. And that's where. And I said in our private chat multiple times. I go, this is gonna, if it doesn't go the way we all want it to go or think it's going at this moment, it's gonna get ugly and. People are going to get hurt, and that's kind of how it unfolded on yesterday.
Can I chime in on the super chat here?
Go ahead. You can read it. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Josh Roberts says, be mad, but firing Mullen was a mistake with NIL on the horizon. I would take Dabo over G5 Napier 2.0. This is a dark moment in UF history. As far as Mullen, yes, Mullen had the best record by far of any of the coaches since Urban Meyer. But we had to fire Mullen. He gave up. Like, after the Alabama game, he gave up. He wanted out. He wanted to go to the NFL. It didn't work out. So we had to. I hate the people that say we shouldn't have fired Mullen. We had no choice. He gave up.
I agree. It wasn't that he was like fighting to stay here and we kicked him out. That was a mutual agreement.
It was more of like
sure.
the environment behind that was getting toxic. And
Yeah,
they had to get rid of that.
It wasn't just what you saw. Like the guy was just
He lost control of the locker room.
I liked Mullen, but he just kind
When
of.
you got guys throwing shoes
He
and
turned his
nothing's
key.
happening, the locker room turned on him.
Yeah. $5. What was the point in releasing information about Kiffin for Florida? Why not just keep it in house?
What information?
Right.
That he's not coming? That's the only information
Yeah, I don't
I've
know
seen.
what you're talking about because nothing was. Yeah, there hasn't been anything. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Coach Gums, LSU and Ole Miss media claim we were 2 weeks behind on info. National media knew what was up. We got caught with our pants down. Yeah, and that's the other frustrating part. Now, again,
We weren't behind on info.
Yeah, based on how what we're getting now from kind of just like the debacle, I don't feel like we were behind. I
No,
feel
we
like
weren't.
I mean, maybe we were. Maybe that was why there was a panic. Maybe
There was a chess game involved with that.
but maybe that's what happened. Maybe Gary and these guys felt like maybe we are behind. Maybe they bought in. Maybe they weren't holding the line strong enough. It's possible.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's what it feels like, though. $2 says Dan Quinn's contract is only 4 points. I love Dan Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Defense would be good.
Big Dan Quinn guy.
Go for it on every fourth down, baby.
Big
Yeah.
Dan Quinn guy.
No field goals.
I don't know if he wants to do college.
Should have been a
Yeah.
Super Bowl winner, but, 28-3.
Yeah. Jeez. Tough. Let's see any more comments here. How we feel about the game tonight? Sitting with the boss here.
I mean, I picked Florida State in our pick'ems. I hate it. But obviously, I want us to beat them. I hate Florida State. If we beat them, we knock them out of bowl eligibility, which is what happened 4 years ago. We were both 5-6. We beat them when they whiffed the onside kick.
Yeah, we went to the bowl.
And we knocked them out, and we got the bowl. But it'd be great to knock them out of the bowl. But I'm sorry, since Napier's fired, we played great against Georgia, Ole Miss. We played like shit against Kentucky and Tennessee. I don't know what team's going to show up. If it's the Georgia Ole Miss team, we're good. But I don't know. Are these players done? I mean, so it's all about, is there any pride left for the in-state rivalry? Do these guys have any pride at all? If they do, I hope we beat them. If not, it could be a long day. We could lose by multiple scores. I hope it doesn't happen, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're 0-3 against Boz. We need to at least have one win.
Yeah.
Why not?
You
tonight?
guys can have a win there, please.
It's been a tough
Take
day.
it.
Who took Michigan Ohio State? What was that? Do you remember?
I got Michigan. You guys got
Ohio State.
I
Ohio
think I
State.
took Michigan, though.
I mean,
I
No, I
think you
think-
picked Michigan. You might have changed your mind. I don't know, but I got it in my phone.
I mean, I'm cooked anyway.
Yeah,
Ohio State can't lose 4 years in a row, right?
I would love it. I don't know why we don't have that game on. These are the two worst possible games we could have on right now.
Yeah, the Cox and Dabo. Come on. what are we
RK
doing?
Wood says $5. Hey, is it a done deal yet? When is Kiffin announcement coming tomorrow? When is Florida going to officially let fans know anything? I don't know if you're trolling or not.
I
but,
mean, if you
right.
go by like social media the past 2 weeks, there's been like 20 done deals. So
yeah,
mean-
I think he's trolling. Lauren, $5 on a serious note. Whoever is running comms should also be fired. A statement should have been made instead of lies. More rumors, disgrace. Yeah, and that's a good point. When the thing kind of hit a bomb,
yeah,
why not, as the University of Florida, release some stupid ass article like we did for the Napier thing? Like, again, because it's not over yet, so there's no need to.
Right.
If you announce something, you're admitting to whatever is being reported on.
Yeah, because yesterday it said sources. It didn't say like that's what was going on. It just said sources.
But I remember when Billy was being fired, Strickland made it a point to tap in and tell people that it wasn't happening. Remember that? So
yeah.
I don't know.
And who knows? Maybe something happened in the ninth hour last night nobody knows about. Like it's been a crazy coaching carousel. Like, I've never covered anything this crazy. Like usually when you have a commitment or a coaching hire, like the last coaching hire, everybody knew it was Billy. Like it was easy. Scott Strickland flew, got his signature, came back. That was
Again,
it.
I think the scheduling of everything has changed how this whole process. I think unless you promote upward, like how North Texas did with Oklahoma State, with Golish possibly going to Arkansas, he hasn't signed that. Those are all upward movements where them leaving the school being left is accepted of what's happening. They understand the transition that's happening. When you're stealing from a team that is playoff bound in the same conference, you're going to have chaos. I mean, that's just. I think that's especially with how the new cycle is. Like,
I know there's a lot of angry people out there at tailgates. I've talked to all of them.
Oh, I mean,
They aren't happy.
Nobody is pleased with how this thing is rock and roll. And there is again 900 people in here. If you guys could smash the like button and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. outhouse bowl. Who even cares? Yeah, it's unfortunate that this game, and I'm excited to go to the game. The wife and I are excited to have a little bit of a date day and go there watch that game. Unfortunately, Bozeman will be there, but we'll have a good time. We got good seats, so it should be exciting to rock and roll.
I'll be in Touchdown Terrace.
Look at this.
Yeah. Brag a little bit more.
shout out.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Why don't you get naked next time?
Yeah.
Golly.
You want to
Shout out to
Yeah.
Heisman.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Heisman.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Heisman.
Yeah.
Me and Bozeman are cool.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
Let's see here. Hire Shane Matthews. Has Shane Matthews come out and said anything?
I don't know. I haven't watched the show the last 2 days.
He's definitely backed off. He was super confident weeks ago. He just kept saying, guys, Lane Kiffin is the coach. And JC would always say, well, who's your second choice? He's like, I don't need one. It's Lane Kiffin. I got a lot of sources that are
Ole Miss
family.
sources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's kind of backed off and said, well, things have changed, and I don't know. Now we'll see. So
That's so crazy.
he's kind of backed off his stance. Yeah.
And again, that's kind of what I mean from where I was trying to stand the whole time of like, it's Lane. Like you. And that's what even bothers me even more with the whole Gary thing happening. Or who knows what it was. It's called Florida's administration issue. I'm not going to put any one person blame to it, but it's like this is Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
What did you think? Like look what he's done to Ole Miss. Do you think that he was just going to bend the knee to us? What are you doing?
I'm praying for Dan Thompson right now. I mean,
no, I think Dan's in the clear. I think that so many people.
Dan, shout out, man. You know,
He's on the other side of the world.
We know we're gonna bust his
yeah,
balls.
he's chilling. He's good.
We're gonna bust his balls a little bit.
He's
chilling though.
I think he's kind of happy with all this. Like He's like, you thought my tweet was bad. This is even worse. $5.
He's touching
Go ahead,
grass.
go ahead.
He's good.
How about the new contract Ole Miss put out? $120 million.
Oh.
What?
I don't know.
How many
Did they?
years is that?
120 million, like 20 years or something.
That's got to be at least 8 years,
Brooke,
at least
can
9
you-
years.
Was that a mortgage?
Yeah. Can you confirm an Ole Miss contract?
Yeah.
They're claiming Ole Miss $120 million contract. That's got to be at least 8-9 years. That's $15 million.
What did he say?
He said as long as LSU suffers, that's the only joy he'll get out of this.
I know.
Yeah, we can't have LSU get them. That would just be the worst. Their fan base is already bad enough. We got to deal with them. We don't need to deal with this.
Well, it's crazy because like Kiffin said he was going to talk to Saban and Pete Carroll, and I'm just like, well, Saban's going to tell him to go to LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, I don't know what he's going to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably USC. I don't know. So Silk says it's audio of boosters talking about the hiring of new coach, but the UAA telling us no boosters are involved. I love that when the UAA goes, there's.
Yeah, that's BS.
Yeah, it's just.
You think there's no boosters involved in recruiting a coach? Like, come on.
The problem is. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing. Okay.
If your big money booster tells you I'm not donating any more money unless you do this, that, or the other, they're going to change their mind. I mean, like that's just how it is.
$10. Has the university officially pulled its name, or has it just been Gary that's of the world? So Zach Alberverdi reported, not an official pull that we've. What was the official wording that we don't?
Has moved on to exploring other options, I think.
Basically, waving the white flag without waving. Like it wasn't. I wouldn't say like we are not hiring Lane Kiffin, but it just didn't come at the right hour.
Yeah.
Where it was like we were kind of all waiting around, like who's going to fold, who's going to be the first to openly admit that I've lost this race, and that's kind of how the messaging was. It didn't say like, hey, we're never going to do this again. It was just like we. Oh, I thought he had some stuff.
Yeah, because we announced like we're pivoting, but we're not leaving him out of the option.
Which was fine. Yeah. This felt like we weren't even going to look.
That's
at
what
him.
makes it weird.
So I need a hug, bro. This is some bullshit. We all need hugs. We all need hugs.
Hey, look, man. There's plenty of alcohol to drink between now and 2029.
128 years, Ole Miss.
100. Yeah, that's $15 million a year.
Yeah, well, that's
Damn.
kind of what we were offering.
Yeah,
too, so.
I mean, maybe a little less, but yeah.
No, we're willing to go that high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it's here in 13, 14, but 15 too.
Ole Miss is desperate anyway. They got nothing else going for them. So.
I mean, it feels like they got the money coming in now, finally, with the Grove Collective.
Yeah, well,
I don't know where this is at.
I
My
don't know.
phone isn't loading.
Mike, Rookie said he couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Alex Golish.
Now, there could be like a random username on a message board that said that. And if it's a random username on a message board, guys, like, don't pay attention to it. Unless you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it reported. Alex Golish, Arkansas. Now, he hasn't signed the dotted line, though, yet, right?
It's not official yet, but I mean,
274 posted it. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, 274 Sports.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right.
As long as if no three doesn't.
No three, as long as it's not no three or
Pete,
Hooches.
Pete
Fake
Nokos.
account. Come on, guys.
You know.
All right, well, boys.
Or Sad Chimmins.
We are live here in the swamp. Come hang out with us. We've got a lot of people here. We're going to eat some sushi, drink some drinks. Live at Sushi Sake here, right behind University Ave. phenomenal spot, great little hangout area before a game if you guys want to come and grab some drinks, grab some food. Beautiful little quaint area. It's been an absolute blast here. Shout out to them for inviting us, letting us come here and do this. We're just a bunch of Ubers talking ball. And I walked in and I go, we probably should not be here. And he goes, where do you want to sit? I was like, where do you want? And they put us right here in front of the fancy little wine bar here. They've been nothing but cordial and have been great. So we're blessed to be able to come and do cool things like this. And shout out to those guys for allowing us to be here. But and we're going to wrap it up, drink, hang out. And we got a game here at 4:30. Again, we're going to have the watch party.
Oh, wow, time flies.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, Bigfoot. Look at that. There's just a rotating door. Yeah, it's beautiful here. It's like a revolving door. It's incredible with the drinks. They don't miss.
Got my own waiter over here.
Yeah, what's our waiter's name?
I don't know.
Can't remember. Tim Bucks says the Florida Gators shouldn't have to settle. How about a Lincoln Riley or Cliff Kingsbury? Listen, Cliff's been my guy since day one. I just don't know if
that was my thing too. It's like if you can't get a good head coach, go after like a good coordinator.
Plenty of great coordinators out there that you can go
get. A big name coordinator. I mean, like that's what Georgia did. They went after Kirby Smart.
I'm more of a fan of a Power 4 coordinator, I think, at this point.
Let me just ask you, Sheldon, because I know you've been talking about Fish for weeks, and it makes you look really good right now that he's like. So are you really bought in with Fish? Like, what's your?
So keep in mind when I say I liked Fish, right? There was the reason we did it was based off the chart. It was
Rook's
okay.
favorite.
Off of the names, I know people hate his record, and I get it. And I think you're going to find things you don't like about any candidate, and I hear you. What I enjoyed about him was the turnaround that he did at both those programs. Like he literally went from zero to hero, which feels like we're going to be in that scenario right there. The other thing we see a lot across the league, the landscape right now, what are schools doing that's working? They're finding guys that are alumni, right? And it's not always going to have passion, but it's like we keep talking about we need to get back to the Gator standard. That guy would, in my opinion, I think, bleed it and understand it from a different perspective and not put himself first. That's what I would like about him. Obviously has experience in the NFL. There's other red flags. Guys moving around from job to job. Is this his dream job? I don't know. I'm not completely – because everyone's like, oh, his record sucks. Well, Summerall's 41-2 or 41-11. Oh, well, that's not a good record. It's like, well, which is it? Do you want to have a good record or do you want it to be, like, take into consideration of where he's at? Like, if he would have stayed at Arizona, then maybe he could have – Pat stat his record a little bit.
Had a similar record as Billy.
DeBoer had a great record. DeBoer had a great record coming from Santa Fe Community College. Did great things immediately when he got to Washington. But it was a little bit stats were padded on that regard. Yeah. Again, it's the things that he turned around is what I have liked. That's the things that I've enjoyed. So and again, we looked at the polygraphs. I like those things. I like Braum too. Braum was a big fan of mine. I mean, a big option. The thoughts of him not recruiting were kind of concerning to me. But to sit here and say that I know what the best coach is, I mean, I'm.
Is Braum out of the picture? Has he officially signed an extension or anything, or said he's not interested?
I think it's pretty close, but I can't say for certain.
See, that's the problem. It's like every coach outside of Lane Kiffin, they're going to have their positives and their negatives. Like, Kiffin checked all the boxes with everything.
I mean, yes and no. Kiffin has some areas of concern, but he seems to be honing in on
he checked most of the boxes.
More so than not, for sure. Yeah.
Plus, he's one of the ones that's won at the highest level, and the other guys haven't. So.
Right.
Well, again,
with less talent.
These names were like, okay, I was trying to find my Elko. That's what I was going with. And now Elko had more success at Duke than these guys, and I totally get all that. But literally took over two programs that were in the dumpster. Jed did.
Yeah.
He wins today. I mean, who knows? If he wins today, I think that I might be back in it. But if he loses today, then obviously like the section is probably dipped a little bit too. But
gone fishing.
Yeah.
Is there any chance of hear me out? Urban Meyer for 2 or 3 years.
Boys and girls, y'all be
and
good.
Until we find the next guy.
Y'all be good. Smash the like button, subscribe. We'll see you guys. Hey, live watch party, call-in show after the fact. It's going to be chaos the next 48 hours. Smash the like button. Jed Fish is a great move if we can't get Kiffin. Fish turned around both college programs he coached. That's what I'm saying. $5.
Take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been